call it your girl Adeola. Of course, a lot of things happened in Nigeria last week. A lot of interesting things. First of all, my favorite senator, Uncle Dino Melaye, launched a book titled Antidotes For Corruption. Why are you laughing? Have you written any book in your life? That is very disrespectful. Mind yourself. As I was saying, among the guests of honor were the Senate President, that is Bukola Saraki. The Saraki. Collect the waters, your beg mouth. They will come for you. You know, I keep telling you. Also in attendance was the former First Lady of Nigeria, that is Patience Jonathan. Mama Patience, you understand?
5.8 million.
Yes, 5.8 million, but you don't have to say it out. Forget about the fact that many of these guests have faced multiple corruption charges. As a matter of fact, some of them have pending corruption charges. As did I send you? Take it down. Your wala is becoming too much. By the way, Oga Dino himself, the author of the book, is here to explain to us how he got money to buy 28 exotic cars, all of them parked in his residence, you know, in Maitama. When reporters asked him how he got the money, he said he likes his privacy, so he refused to tell us exactly how much, because we know his salary cannot afford all these expensive cars that he's buying. One Lamborghini is about $400,000, by the way. Father! So despite all that, Oga Dino has some important things to tell us about the real corrupt people in Nigeria. That is the tomato sellers.
The tomato seller on Governor Road who pan-beat our container to reduce quantity is a corrupt person.
Uncle Yoda, I beg, tell Nigerians. Are you taking notes? Who are the real thieves in Nigeria?
Tomato sellers.
Tomato sellers, Yoda. This is how people pass jam. You've already passed jam. Trust me, you've passed jam. Tomato sellers are the real thieves in Nigeria. In fact, the man is not done. He's about to move on to fuel attendant.
The fuel attendant who refused to rub off his initial sales and continue with the next customer is a corrupt person.
Thank you, Uncle Dino. Whoever said this man doesn't have 7 degrees is an enemy of progress. Where have you been, Jare, all my life since we've been trying to fight corruption? I didn't know you have skills like this. So if anyone out there is interested in knowing how tomato sellers and fuel attendants have destroyed Nigeria, please get a copy of Uncle Dino's book. How much are they selling the book by? Hey, Father! 50,000 naira! 50,000 naira for hardcover. Haba! We are away, uncle, Okun Boda, or what I you, Tony, 50,000 naira. How much is a minimum wage? Not be 18,000 naira for minimum wage. You see corruption right there. Corruption in the process of selling a book about corruption. Don't beg me. I say don't beg me. How do you want tomato sellers and the fuel attendants, you know, the people that are corrupt? How do you want them to buy your book so that they can stop being corrupt? This man and everybody that went to his book launch, they must have swallowed a lot of antidotes for shame. Speaking of which, when Uncle Dino decided to announce on Twitter that he wants to launch his book, Nigerians refused to overlook the typo in his tweet. What is this? I don't know. He's trying to say book launch. So a lot of Nigerians were like, a lot of them were like, I don't need a copy of the book that may be filled with typos. I don't know why Nigerians are like that. I cannot believe that Nigerians will insult a man with 7 degrees. 7 degrees, so what an insult. And speaking of insults, our international airport in Lagos was flooded last week. As in international airport, passengers were asking for a canoe.
Bring canoe. Let the man park like this. No, let the car park this way.
It's not okay. It's not okay. We can't jump.
Oluwa. Nigeria is a joke. But you know, the story is not that the flood happened. The story is that the aviation ministry and the Minister of Aviation wanted us to believe that this thing happened 3 years ago in the southeast. There was one that happened in Enugu about 3 years ago. It was bad. I mean, it was really bad. Very shameful. Very, very terrible. But you know, when Sahara reporters called Arik Airline, the airline confirmed that this one happened on Thursday, May 11th. So people were like, why are these people lying to us? In this age of social media, what were you thinking? And now, speaking of people thinking, I am so proud of how the students of Tai Solarin University expressed themselves to the governor of Ogun State.
You are accusing our students of being unruly, of not being in a 21st century behavior. But if you want to see 21st century students, you have to give our universities a 21st century funding.
Tell the governor, I beg it.
Back then, Adeola sponsored free education in which you attended with cocoa money. Before we entered into this recession, Nigeria generated billions of dollars from oil. No single lecture theater has been built in Taswood by your administrations.
You have money. We need to spray this guy. Of course, you don't have money.
Change should begin from the seat of power. At this period in time,
you have to
what we are margin of Mr. Governor.
Is the governor trying to interrupt this guy? Because he said that the change must begin with the governor. Hey, what's he do?
I'm rounding up. I'm rounding up.
Mr. Governor, let him talk.
If indeed you want our citizens to make sacrifice, you must make sacrifice with your outrageous allowances and salaries.
God bless you, Janima. God bless you, my brother. Today you are my hero. Hey, I must find this guy. So what did the governor say about all this?
Come on. Now I have 5 more minutes.
What? Did he just say I have 5 minutes? Father! In other words, Mr. Governor is saying that the students are wasting his time. Before we go, there was another student. So yeah.
Wait. Now, please. No. I cannot be here. No, you cannot. You should behave well. I'm driving on my point. Can you please? No. You are not saying any point.
You see, this is how Nigerian officials like to use respect me palaver to destroy Nigeria.
I was at Ibesa when you came to seek votes from electorates, and you came to meet us on the streets to seek our votes. It is unfortunate that the governor's office, you said you cannot talk to us on the streets.
Yes, so kudos to this guy.
That shows you are proud. That shows you are no longer a man of the people.
Tell him, my brother. So, Mr. Governor went to see these students when he needed votes during election. Now that he's governor, he doesn't want the students to come to the government house to express themselves. Nothing is new in Nigeria. By the way, let me talk to Nigerians. You know, all the people that will write in the comments that people must respect their leaders no matter what. Can I just talk to you? First of all, a true leader is somebody that serves others. If somebody is stealing the money meant to benefit the masses, if somebody is stealing money meant to fix our roads, he or she is not a leader. He is a thief. So please, stop confusing the two. Just because a thief is wearing big agbada or big gele, head tie, a thief is still a thief. So if you want to respect a thief, that is your own decision. Please stop telling the rest of us to respect thieves. Second of all, you think that these people respect you? Do they respect you? I mean, if they respect you, Nigerians, they would pay your salaries on time. They would build you good hospitals instead of them flying abroad for treatment while you and your children are going to general hospitals. They would fix your roads so that people no longer die in avoidable accidents. They would no longer divert that money into their pocket. They would make sure that your children enjoy the best facility on their campuses. Do you know that many of them are not spending naira? As in, they spend dollars in Nigeria. Yet, they want you to respect them. Respect is reciprocal, my people. Respect is reciprocal. But of course, you guys know I don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. So ladies and gentlemen, it's graduation month, so congratulations to all the Keeping It Real viewers that are graduating this year from high school and college. And the first person on my list today is Dinla Ajagbe, all the way from Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, in the house. I am so proud of this girl. This girl graduated high school and she represented Nigeria with her prom dress. So you are so beautiful. Congratulations, my dear. We are so proud of you. And of course, the second shout out goes to Miss Tobi Olugbenga, who got her bachelor's in international relations from Bowling Green State University in Ohio. Girl, I am so proud of you. You did it. And of course, mommy and daddy are so proud. Congratulations. Also, like to give a shout out to my brother, that is Olanshile Buremoh. He got his doctorate in pharmacy at the Appalachian College of Pharmacy in Virginia. Of course, many of you would know his dad, Ladi the African Tiger, who was a professional wrestler in the Wild West Wrestling, and he's now the king of Videra in Kwara State. Congratulations to you, my brother. Of course, mommy and daddy are so proud. We are also so proud of you. And of course, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Diane Isibor, all the way from Abavo in Ika South local government of Delta State. This girl just graduated from Valdosta State University in Georgia with a perfect cumulative GPA, as in 4.0 out of 4.0. Yes, so we are so proud of her. That means that she had perfect scores from her first semester. Girl, you are so smart. Diane double majored in business administration and accounting and business administration in finance. I'm so proud of all these graduates and all of you out there that graduated. Don't worry, I have a list for next week as well, but I'm just so proud of the fact that a lot of Africans are coming to the US and they are doing big things. I'm so proud of all of you, wishing you the best in the future. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Moving on to South Africa, you guys will not believe that within 2 weeks, 2 separate ladies were killed and burnt. The first victim is 22-year-old Karabo Mokoena, who went missing on April 28. Her family members, her friends, they sought help on social media, including her 27-year-old boyfriend. They were all asking people to help on social media, but you know the irony is the fact that this same boyfriend allegedly later confessed to killing her. Although when they got to court, he claimed he found her dead in his apartment, so he panicked. He said because people might think he was the one that killed her. So he took the body somewhere and burnt it. This is the boyfriend. He's 27 years old. His name is Sandile Matsoe, and many people described him as a humble, calm churchgoer. Now, the last time people saw Karabo, she was with her boyfriend at a club when they got into a heated argument. CCTV camera showed that they left the club together and that they returned to his apartment at 1 a.m. The CCTV camera also showed him leaving his apartment in a change of clothes that night, and then he came back and left again. And when he came back the second time, he had a waste bin with him, which people believe he used to pack her body. Anyway, Sandile is now facing charges of premeditated murder. I mean, who's going to buy his story? You found somebody dead, someone you claim that you love. How is burning her body the first thing that would come to your mind? What happened to giving her CPR or calling the emergency number? Or what happened to rushing her to the hospital trying to save her life? Or what happened to calling her family members? And then not long after that, a 15-year-old girl, Nombuyiselo, went missing. Her uncle had also been circulating her pictures on social media, begging people to help if they've seen her. She was actually sent on an errand by her grandmother when she disappeared. She was found 2 days later, dead and burnt beyond recognition on a field. They've also arrested a suspect in her case, but the investigation is still going on. Now, these two stories broke my heart. I cannot even begin to explain. The Department of Justice in South Africa estimates that 1 in every 4 women have been physically abused by her intimate partner. 1 in every 4. That's messed up. That's alarming.
On a daily basis, women are raped and killed in this country. This is not just Karabo, it is all of us. We know how it feels to not be able to exist, to breathe, because you are scared you will be raped.
Apparently, South Africa has the highest domestic violence rate in Africa. A lot of times, the violence occurs when a woman decides to end the relationship. Of course, I can't help but remember people like River Steenkamp, Jada Panayotu, Fatima Patel, Eni Dewani, Zanele Kumalo, Dolly Shabalala, all of them killed by their intimate partner. Honestly, we have to be more careful. If you're dating someone and he or she is violent, please know that you cannot change anybody. You can't change the person. You can't change them. Just run for your life. And I mean it, run. It doesn't matter if everybody has known you as a couple, even if the wedding date has been fixed. Your life is more important than being married. You need to run for your life. You don't have to wait until you become a statistic. And if you had a fight with someone in public, especially if the person is stronger than you, I don't think it's wise to go home with that person, especially in the middle of the night. And if you're not married to someone, stop treating yourself as his or her property. And even if you're married, you don't have to endure violence because you want to stay married. You don't have to lose your life in the name of staying married. I'm not saying people should divorce. I'm saying you need to run for your life. In the case of Karabo, I honestly cannot imagine how bright her future would have been if not that she dated this guy. A lot of people were talking about how her future looked so bright. She's very articulate, very confident.
Karabo was gifted. She was a gift from God. She was extraordinary. She was beautiful. She had a brain like a child not of her age.
It's so sad that somebody that she loved would cut her life short. And also, I cannot imagine her family members, what they're going through right now, or the family members of the 15-year-old girl. I mean, who would do such a thing to a 15-year-old girl, a teenager? I'd like to express my condolences to both families. May their souls rest in peace. If you are the person that abuses your spouse or your partner, you should get help now. The day the person will die in your hands, that is when your eyes will open. So get help right now. And lastly, if you are man enough to beat up or kill your spouse or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, you should be man enough to wait for the police, because you will be arrested and you will do the time. But you guys know I don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. So I like to leave you guys with an inspirational story of a young lady who lost her mom in an accident in Nigeria at the age of 16. Ladies and gentlemen, please meet Evelyn Akhator. Today she's 21. Evelyn is 6'3". She's from Lagos, Nigeria, and she had the dream of playing basketball in America. Thanks to her mom was the one that encouraged her. She told her, with this your height or more, there are so many teams that will be looking for somebody like you in America. And so she was practicing a lot in Nigeria, trying to get to America. And then the accident happened. She lost her mom, and she said that it was as if she lost a part of her that day. Her mom was her inspiration. She was her best friend. She was her confidant. She was her everything. And so it's like her dream died when her mom died. In fact, she stopped playing altogether. She stopped practicing and she stopped applying to come to the US. As a matter of fact, at that time, she missed so many deadlines to apply to come to America because she didn't want to play anymore. It took the intervention of her coach and her pastor. They tried several times. Finally, they were able to talk her to playing again. This time, they told her, play for your mom. So she got up with her broken heart. She went back to playing and she applied to a junior college team in Florida and was accepted. With a new mindset of playing in honor of her mom, I'm telling you that this girl did not only shine on her team, but she outshined her teammates, and she was playing with a broken heart. Not only that, she only spoke broken English when she came. Now she's speaking English fluently, and then she went on to play for the University of Kentucky, where she outshined all her teammates. In fact, in one season, Evelyn drew 34 charges, which was 15 charges more than her teammates combined. She was playing and studying nursing at the same time. Now that's ridiculous, because most players will study something very easy, but not this girl. They tried to talk her out of it. She refused. She said she wanted to study nursing, and she did with a 3.5 GPA. And you know what she did with her cost of attendance checks? Whenever she gets the check, she would send it home to help her dad, who is presently unemployed, and also her 5 siblings. And when I was reading her story, her coaches kept talking about how she's so respectful, she's so matured, that whenever they make corrections, others may talk back, but she would not talk back. They talked about how she's so grateful that she would never complain. In fact, when her teammates are complaining, she would say, we have nothing to complain about. And then she would tell them about her experience playing in Nigeria on concrete floor. So she would always tell them, you guys, we have nothing to complain about. So she was so grateful. And today I'm so happy to tell you guys that Evelyn has been drafted into the WNBA, the Women's National Basketball Association.
Third pick in the 2017 WNBA draft, the Dallas Wings select Evelyn Akhator from the University of Kentucky.
I'm so happy now I can say that I know somebody in the WNBA. Can you imagine? So she's now a forward center for the Dallas Wings. Now that's a story of moving from tragedy to stardom. We're so proud of her, and I hope that you will let this girl inspire you today. Please do not give up. Do not give up. Some of you today, maybe you've forgotten about your dreams because of a tragedy that happened, or you failed too many times and you just decided to give up, or maybe you are about to give up. Can I just say that if Evelyn didn't go back to pick up that ball after her mom died, she would not be where she is today, okay? Let her inspire you. Even with your broken heart, try one more time. In fact, try 10 more times if that's what it would take. I don't care what the dream is. If she could do it, so can you. And who knows, maybe someday I'll get to share your story as well on this show, but you have to get back up and try again. Also, if you're a parent and you're watching this and you know that your child is really good in sports, please make sure that you help them to look for opportunities, not just in your country, but outside your country as well. You just never know. I'm not saying that people should leave home. I'm just saying if she could do it, anybody can do it. You guys know I don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real.
Growing up in Kenya, my sister and I were very close. But like any sisters, we fought a lot. She always got new clothes, and I always got hand-me-downs. Now she's putting her children through school in Kenya. We still fight sometimes, especially when I send money for the kids. I tell her, buy some clothes for the younger one, and we both laugh.
With nearly 500,000 locations, our app and online, this is moving money for better.
Alright, y'all, it's been real, and I'm keeping it real right up in here. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Until next week, I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace out.